Hello and welcome. Today I'm gonna make up some of that Grand Naval Battles event depth from the third week. I have the most kills battles, and today we have the winner of the random draw, which actually was in contention of the number 2 spot anyway. Didn't quite win, but you know. Our hero today is Morgoroth in the tier 5 Soviet destroyer, the Gnevny. By the way, it appears that he is not using camo, and he is not using premium consumables. Neither does he have superintendent, which all seem incredibly silly because on a destroyer you would at least want premium smoke so that you can, use more smokes. Because you get an extra charge and you get 60, or I think it was actually 80 seconds less cooldown. But anyways, this match is on the map New Dawn, and it's a standard battle, which means destroyers aren't as useful as they are in domination mode. So Morgoroth sees the enemy Minakaze and starts shelling rather early. I find this to be a bit of a risky deal, although I guess if you stay far away enough it should be okay. Thing is that usually at the start of the match on New Dawn, if you're not fighting near the middle, you will get rained upon by many enemies, but it seems there's a friendly Minakaze who will be being the sacrificial lamb. Unfortunately, it seems the Minakaze managed to sail into a torpedo, so unfortunately it seems Morgoroth is the one who's being targeted now. Steering gear is damaged, which is a bit unfortunate. Why aren't you using your... I guess it doesn't matter because he doesn't appear to really need his steering gear all that much. He used, what's it called, he seems to use the tier 2 skill, which allows him to still steer a little bit when it's broken, so it's okay. Anyways, he spots a piece of puzzle that for some reason is charging a friendly battleship. I don't know why Morgoroth is even thinking of torpedoing here, because they aren't gonna do anything. What? What? The Minakaze just rammed the... What? The hell was that? The Minakaze just rammed the Wyoming. What? Wow. The destroyer just rammed the battleship and died. Wow. I haven't seen something like that since that favorite Yamato video of mine. Oh well. Wow. I just wanted to say that the torpedoes shot by Morgoroth were kinda useless because there's no way that Minakaze was gonna live long enough, but I didn't expect the Minakaze to ram into the Wyoming and just die. Okay then. Anyways, it seems Morgoroth is rather, like, there aren't many allies on this side, but there are some, which means that he can engage those enemies from range, because the Gnevny is really good at, well, range attacks, I guess, and she can stealth fire, but it appears Morgoroth isn't very intent on that one. He picked off that Tendrium, which was a total kill secure, like a non-sarcastic kill secure, like it was actually important. His next target appears to be the Königsberg. By the way, Morgoroth used his smokescreen, so he is going to... Oh, that's actually gonna be really useful for the Königsberg. That's something I haven't seen in much at all in World of Warships, where people actually help their teammates with things like smokescreens. That's crazy. Why would you help your allies? It's like you want to win or something. But even I don't do that enough, in my opinion. Mostly because I think that my ally is not going to stop in said smoke, and thus wasting it completely. And, well, it seems that this Königsberg wasted it as well, because she just sailed out of said smoke. Ah, how unfortunate. Oh well, whatever. Well, Morgoroth even told the Königsberg that he was inside smoke, and then Königsberg was like, nah, fuck this, I'm out. Anyways, Morgoroth is firing AP right now at this Königsberg. Also, for some reason, he is still reversing in a way which makes him have less guns on the target instead of more. Oh well, he's switching back to Ichi because, well, at the angle the Königsberg is on, can't really pen anyway. It seems the smoke has either disappeared, well, it is disappearing in this spot. That's a pretty lucky fire on the Königsberg. So, at this point, I mean, it seems the Königsberg is intent on not shooting our Gnevny. Oh, never mind. But I think the Königsberg is pretty dead. Even if our Gnevny doesn't take the kill, it should still be okay. I mean, Königsberg's on fire. Doesn't seem like he has damage control party anytime soon, and, well, he doesn't have all that much HP either. So it seems that our friendly Gnevny here is gonna stop firing so that ships stop focusing him. And he got the Königsberg kill. Okay. Next, okay, that Minekase was taken out, so I guess it's time to shell the Myogi. There's several allies around, so it should be okay to just start shelling. Wait, what?
I need fire support.
Did he really check that? What? Are you really trying to torpedo him? Oh, never mind, it doesn't show the range. In replays. Oh well, whatever. I guess it really is about to be... It really is the fight with the Myogi. Let's see how it goes. Okay, he sailed close for I don't know what reason. Like, he could have just shelled from far away. It would have been safer because the Myogi was focusing on the goddamn cruiser in front of you. But for some reason, Morgoroth decided to just sail closer without firing his guns, and now that the Myogi has noticed him, this might not be very pleasant. He got a fire on the Myogi's superstructure. Myogi set the fire out with damage control party, and it should be off, so next fire is gonna stick. And probably for a good 1 minute or so, or wait, no, I don't remember what the fire length was. I think it was 1 minute after all. Okay, so this means that Myogi is gonna burn for a long time. Oh, maybe he wanted to just torpedo the Myogi, but that doesn't seem like a very good plan. Like, torpedoing is fine, but I meant part where you sail closer to torpedo it, because you just lost half your HP for a fucking tier 4 battleship. Why? Just shell him to death. Okay, another fire. Bye, Myogi. Okay, so game, it's 5 against 4. The enemy team still has 2 battleships and a destroyer. Fortunately,
Engine boost deactivated.
okay, it's 4 against 4 now. It's two cruisers, 1 carrier, 1 destroyer against 2 battleships, 1 carrier, 1 destroyer. But it's an Izokase, so if Morgoroth meets the Izokase, he should be able to easily take the Izokase on and finish her off. Okay, I'm gonna cut some of this footage to jump forwards because nothing interesting happened for like the last minute because they just sailed empty. Anyways, the Izokase is straight ahead in that smoke. One of the battleships is at I-8. I think that battleship might be AFK, or maybe not, who knows. But she is definitely very far away, and we don't know where the carrier is. The Kirov died, as I imagined he would, because he was being chased by a Hie and the Izokase. They are behind in points. If they could kill, like, the Hie, then I think they would be fine. But the Izokase will not be enough, but I think Morgoroth will be able to easily take the Izokase out. Unfortunately, the Hie will be a much more difficult thing to deal with. Okay, bye Izokase, as expected. Morgoroth still has smoke left though, so that's very good. He could simply sit here and shell. Unfortunately, it seems the friendly Tenryu decided to charge straight for the Izokase. That probably isn't gonna end very well. It seems these planes actually went for a strike on the friendly carrier, and they are simply returning to the ship now. I don't understand again why Morgoroth isn't firing his guns at the here. I mean, you can sail closer while shooting your guns. This isn't World of Tanks, you know. Anyways, it seems the Tenryu's torpedoes missed. It does mean that I think the here is going to run aground. But, well, there goes the Tenryu. This is very unfortunate. But these torpedoes from the Tenryu actually did hit. That's actually good. I think the Tenryu did well then. Okay, now the here is probably going to try to maneuver as much as possible. I really like Morgoroth's positioning here, because he is getting into torpedo range. But the interesting thing is that he is actually... Oh, those torpedo bombers, well, you can't really hit the destroyer like that. But the reason why I really like Morgoroth's movement is because he moved in a way where, like, the guns of the Hie never were able to track him, or, you know, turn enough to actually shoot. Okay, that's Kraken unleashed. Now it's left that one battleship and the carrier. It seems Morgoroth's team does have the points advantage. By 1 point, literally 1 point. But there's still some time left, and if that battleship, which appears to be AFK, is truly AFK, then I think that one's actually going to die before the game ends. Okay, so planes are incoming. And I don't understand why Morgoroth again is not firing at that Wyoming. He clearly is within weapons range. He is being spotted, so just fire your goddamn guns, man. Ammunition is not limited in this game. He did spot the Langley though, so I think this Langley is toast. Yep, that dive bomber hit was probably the only option the Langley still had left that could have saved him, but unfortunately he didn't get lucky. So, bye Langley, you are very dead. Because the torpedo bomber strike is going to miss, and dive bombers are going to take so long to cycle that, well, the ship's going to be permanently on fire by that point, and he is already on fire. So now what the Gnevny just needs is to reset the fires, and that's it. The Wyoming, or the Langley, can't do anything, and since the Wyoming seems to be AFK, well, that one's not gonna save him either. Well, it was an okay game, like, nothing too special. Like, the results are good, yes, but I don't feel that the results were due to lots of skillful play at all times. But I mean, results are results, that those are the ones that do matter. The Langley goes down. I mean, it's not like he played really bad. He definitely didn't, but there are a few improvements I could definitely see him picking up in the future. Yeah, you did great, Morgoroth. Come on, why are you still sailing closer to the Wyoming? Just shoot your goddamn guns. Like, you can just shoot. I can understand if you want to chat, just shoot your guns, type your words, but then shoot your guns again. Oh well, whatever. By the way, if you're wondering why he is aiming so low, then that is probably due to it being a replay. He probably aims a lot higher, but the replay just shows it lower due to the way the replay system works. At this point, well, this Wyoming is very dead. And he's gonna just torpedo to finish it off, but I don't know if getting that close is such a good idea, because even if it's an AFK Wyoming, I think those things still have secondaries. But perhaps not. It's okay, these torpedoes are gonna finish it, and well, thank you very much for the submission, and congratulations for winning the random submission. So, this game actually went really well for Morgoroth. Guess the enemies just didn't play that all that well. He got 280,000 credits, 3,100 experience. Confederate, Kraken Unleashed, Devastating Strike, High Caliber. 131 shell hits, which actually isn't all that much in the Gnevny, at least if you think about someone like Strangers. However, 8 torpedo hits is a lot in the Gnevny, especially if you look at someone like Strangers, because he will pretty much never be within torpedo range in a Gnevny. 4 planes shot down because the Gnevny has anti-air pew-pew. 7 ships destroyed, which was the second highest amount in the most kills competition, which actually disappointed me a little bit because I imagined that number 2 would be at a minimum 8 kills, but nope, it was decided by experience. 13 fires is a lot, especially for 13 shell hits. This means 2 things, or either of 2 things. One is that he got incredibly lucky, and 2 is that he probably aimed really well. Because if you look at where Morgoroth put his shots, then you would actually notice that he hit the superstructures of ships a lot, like high up, and I like that one a lot. 5 Citadel hits. They were on the Langley because you can, for some reason, Citadel the Langley with destroyer HE guns, but not Battleship HE guns, because I think that those Battleship HE guns just overpen, so you don't actually Citadel a whole lot with those. Anyways, in the team score, you can see that Morgoroth got 2100 base experience. That's a really good result in a tier 5 destroyer, especially if you're not a torpedo destroyer like this one. I mean, his team just didn't do all that well either. Number 2 is at 900 experience. So that's a pretty poor result, I guess. Maybe not, actually. And yep, that Wyoming was AFK. A detailed report says that he did 148,450 damage. That's actually a lot. It's a lot because even if you factor in the fact that there was an AFK Wyoming and Langley that just can't do all that much against Morgoroth, it's still a really large number of damage, because that's still probably like 90,000. So definitely a really good result. And it took 19 minutes and 32 seconds. Thank you very much for submitting it, and well, didn't get the number 2 spot, but you did get the random draw. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, and thanks for watching.